What is up? So today I am going to be watching my first highlight video of Fortnite that I made a couple years ago. And it's pretty interesting because this was, of course, during like the first few seasons. I don't know. I think this was season 3, maybe 4. I'm not too sure. I know I initially first started playing the game on season 3, the first season 3. I must have played a little bit of season 4, and then it was just kind of on and off from there. I really didn't start playing again more often until season 10, and then that took me into chapter 2, season 1, and that's when I started playing a lot more. So it's pretty interesting. Let's check this out. It was such a big deal for me just to get 1 kill back then. Like these highlights here were probably like, they might have been like the only kills that I had gotten during this time. It was just really hard. Like the game for me was just really hard, especially when I was playing on Xbox. I just couldn't really get the hang of aiming. I remember aiming was always difficult, and even more so now. Like, I mean, people wouldn't build as much as they do now back then. But I do remember the very first gunfight that I got into when I first played Fortnite. And I remember it was just me hiding behind a tree and then shooting another player that was also hiding behind a tree. And I remember winning that first fight and thinking, oh, okay, I feel that, you know, I feel that excitement that you get when you're trying to survive and trying to come out on top. Most of all of these are just 50-50 fights. I love it. I want to say that you wouldn't take as much damage as you do now, right? Like, your health bar was a lot more tolerant. Tilted towers. A lot of great memories there. Is that the revolver? These are all just really straight up 50-50 gunfights. It's awesome. A lot of these areas still look recognizable. It's funny because when I was playing like on Xbox and just console in general, I really wanted to play on PC as well. So the PC that I had at the time, I would constantly try to configure it and try to mess around with it so that the game could run properly. But I think it was like after a while of just playing around with settings, I was able just to play like at 30 FPS or something on that particular PC. And it was pretty cool. Like, I mean, I could see the benefits of playing with a keyboard mouse. So playing with keyboard and mouse was like an on and off thing. It wasn't until like about almost a year ago where I made the switch completely more permanently. Playing on keyboard and mouse has been pretty cool. I mean, I'm just so used to it now. I remember one of the biggest things that I felt was a lot easier for me was editing and going through the different motions like that. So it's pretty cool. I don't really mind where the game is at right now either. I know a lot of players will say that there was a time where the game was a little more easier to come by and there wasn't a lot of building. I mean, me on my end, and this is of course just how I feel about it, I don't mind it. I think once I got the hang of different mechanics and building and editing and things like that, the game just became a lot more fun for me. You know, I wanted to learn those things because I felt like, well, if I wanted to compete and I wanted to hang in there with a lot of other players, why would I not take the time to try to learn and get better in those things if it is a game I'm going to play anyway? So I think if you have time to get in matches and hop on and play, use some of that time to work on different things. Also, every loss that I've ever had, not just in the game but just anything in life, any loss you ever have, any setback, you know, you always have to treat it as a learning lesson. So in particular, when it comes to Fortnite, if there's a match that you lose or a gunfight that you lose, there's always something to learn from it. And I think that's the biggest thing, you know, is recording your gameplay, maybe kind of going back and seeing what it is that you could and could have done differently, and just different things like that, I think helps a lot and goes a long way. I think I'll definitely try to do more gameplay videos, and we'll play some other games soon, and that'd be pretty fun to do. But if there is any other games you would like to see me play, any suggestions, feel free to let me know and I will check it out. Thank you so much.